This is official now. This is not just a casual collection. This is a casual collector transitioning into a real collection. Alright, welcome back to another episode of Casual Retro Game Reviews, where I just pick a random game out of my shelf of random games. I'm not a real collector, I'm a casual collector. I get whatever scraps I can find. How do I pick that game? It's based on a book, which is called The Book of Wisdom. 2,500 years of a lot of quotes from really smart people. What else can I say? It's inspired a lot of great picks, and that's why I'm using this book. So today's console, logistically speaking, meaning that's what's hooked up, N64, Nintendo 64, which is honestly, I'm just gonna say it up front, that's my favorite console of all. It is my favorite console. But there's a runner-up, and that's Dreamcast. Yeah, they're both good, but it's like a back and forth battle. That's what it is, man. Like one day it's Dreamcast, right now it's N64. Okay, here we go. We're gonna pick a quote, random, and see what that inspires. If a song didn't end, it would just be noise. So every song needs to end. What?
Every good thing has to come to an end, unless it just would be an annoyance.
Yeah. If a song didn't end, it would just be noise. And that's anonymous, by the way. There's a lot of anonymous quotes. How can you put... I'm kind of questioning the Book of Wisdom right now. It's like, tell us who said the quote. I want to know, because you said there's a lot of smart people in here, and I see a lot of anonymous...
Did they say there's a lot of smart people?
Okay, maybe they didn't. Maybe I threw that tagline on there. But they are smart. I mean, you read this stuff, it's crazy. It blows your mind. Yeah. You know what? It's very applicable to a game that I'm thinking of, and let's just go grab that game, I guess. And my collection's over there now, by the way, if you haven't noticed.
Oh, even I forgot.
Yeah. Let's just say I bought a lot of stuff recently, like a lot. I think this is official now. This is not just a casual collection. This is a casual collector transitioning into a real collection.
Whoa.
I think. Maybe. We'll see what happens. But anyways, I need to make room. So the carts got removed, and this is makeshift. This is casual. If anything's casual, it's got to be the equipment I'm using here. So the game I'm thinking of is called Wayne Gretzky's 3D Hockey, right? And if we want to compare his success to singing, it was one of the most beautiful songs ever sang in terms of hockey. But it did have to end. But what's weird about his song is it kind of built up, and it kind of went down, and it kind of fizzled out. It was a song that probably should have ended sooner. But anyways.
That's rude.
I think Wayne would agree with that. Like, some people push it too far, including Wayne, man. I think he was like almost 40. I get it, but like... That song is definitely fading out at 40. We can all agree on that. Let me just show this cartridge. What a beautiful this game is. I really have fond memories of it. Wayne Gretzky's 3D Hockey. Right off the bat, it is 4 players. So if you have a bunch of friends over, NBA Jam type, if you're into NBA Jam, or NFL Blitz, this is something along those. It's Wayne Gretzky's 3D Hockey. Give it a shot. There's an arcade mode and a simulation mode. This game's awesome. I remember, because I just got this very recently. That's probably why it came to mind, but it also fits beautifully with my quote. But anyways, I paid $7.50 Canadian, which is funny. That's high for me. That's high. That is not an amount I usually spend. I think usually $5 is my cutoff. But I made an exception for Wayne. And his records will never be broken. I think we can all agree on that, at least some of them. Let me tell you about my experience with Wayne Gretzky's 3D Hockey. 100% I rented this game from Blockbuster, I remember. At this point, I was going to, this was probably 97, by the way. We're going to research this in a bit. In 97, I was going to Blockbuster every week. And eventually, I was starting to get into hockey. My parents are they're immigrants. They don't know anything about hockey. Here I am, I live in Canada, and if this hockey's everything. Like, you want to fit in? learn the game. You know, I'm in grade, I don't know, 3 or 4 by this point. I started watching TSN highlights. You know, I started getting the lingo down. And I actually enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. I liked Doug Gilmour. He was one of my favorite players on the Maple Leafs. This might have been that push over the edge. You know, I was there. And then when I went to school and I learned about this game, I think when I talked about this game, people respected me, right? I knew hockey at this point. So I was off with my date. It came out in November of 1996. So I was definitely in grade 3. In Europe, 97, Japan in 98. So hey, for the first time, Japan got a game later than us. Suck it. Because you guys get every game before us, so I'm glad you didn't get this one. It also was in the arcade before anything in 1996, which is pretty cool. Next Generation said it's an arcade game against which to measure others. So basically saying this is the top arcade hockey game now. At the time. But let's look at another side. GameSpot, Tom Ham, did not consider the lack of a true simulation option to be a problem at all and concluded no more slower frame rates, small players. Actually, this guy likes it too. What am I saying? Okay, so everybody absolutely loved this game. I thought there might have been a negative appeal. I wanted to not be biased, but it's not here. He's averaging about $12 US. And I paid $7.50, so yeah, boom, made money again. It's going up! I gotta justify this, man. I can't just keep buying stuff. Like, I have to, some of the money that I work hard for, I have to share with, you know, my loved ones. And I have to tell them why I'm buying this. Imagine coming home and you're like, it's like, oh, you got another one. I'm like, well, eBay says that it's worth $4 more. The fact that I said $7.50 today is a shocker. Like, that hasn't happened in a long time.
It's true.
I can't remember the last time I paid that much. But again, for Wayne Gretzky, he changed, I guess he changed my life.
Really?
I learned a lot about hockey through this game. I even collected hockey cards. There's Wayne, of course. That's just the opening. Very basic. But one thing that I want to point out in this game that I think is pretty funny is records. You go to records, and you think, I thought, hey, that's records of, you know, what I've done in the game, right? Well, I guess it is, but there's also Wayne Gretzky's records, right? And then you click on that, and we find out, hey, Wayne's actually 6 feet tall and he's 170 pounds.
That's Wayne Gretzky?
That's Wayne when he was looking good. He was like a Justin Trudeau, if you will. He was like Justin Trudeau. Mind you, this is not a HD photo. I'm sure if we had a heightened thing, we'd see a little more blemishes. But number 99, he's famous for that, right? He's the great one. That's what they quote him as. Well, that's not all about Wayne. Guess what Wayne did back in 1976? He played 3 games. I don't know if this is true. Is that the Peterborough OHA? He had 3 games and he had 3 assists. That was Wayne's humble beginnings. He only got 3 games, but he got a point a game, which is actually probably below his average. That's actually a huge success for most people. And then as he goes on through his career, whatever, he dominates everywhere. And you can just continue to see all of his statistics, I mean, throughout his entire life.
Damn.
Yeah, so anyways, you can learn a lot about hockey here. I get it. Like, this must make a lot of people angry. Like, you know, some people their whole life just want to win one Stanley Cup. Like, ever since they were a child, imagine this. You're like, I want to play in the NHL and one day win the Stanley Cup. And then your whole life you're playing hockey, you eventually get to the NHL, but you play on a pretty mediocre team for 20 years, if you're lucky, and you never get to do that. Well, Wayne hoisted it 4 times. 83, 84, 84, 85, 86, 87. He got tired of it. You know, by the 4th time, you're like probably like, this is like my dream times 4, I guess, right? And it's just not the same. Anyways, that's enough about Wayne Gretzky. I know it's his game, but let's actually play the game. It's always funny to look at old team pictures of players back in 1996, right? What kind of hairstyles were in, what kind of, like, why is it that Korea at the top there, Paul Korea, he seems like his face is zoomed in comparison to, say, the guy below him, Doris. So the photographer's not being consistent.
What?
The lighting, even in a lot of the pictures, is different. Like McGillney was taken in a darker room somewhere in Russia, maybe, and Pavel Bure, I don't know. That's actually a great photo. And then so on and so forth. It's just not consistent, but it's funny.
But can I just say, like, a lot of them are super good looking.
Hockey players, I think, have a reputation of
being good looking?
Yeah, other than Jaromir Jagr over here. Although this guy has he has legendary stories. No, this man is known as a takedown king. He's a legend.
Really?
Yeah. Long story short, she tried to blackmail him because she had some inappropriate video of him, and he said, "Go ahead." Anyways, right on that, I'm Pittsburgh. I just scored there. So, may not look impressive today, but this game was the first 3D one that I remember. Compared to like 16-bit hockey, where it was just up and down, 2D. It kind of had a similar format. This is also, oh, what a weak goal. This is also similar to NHL Hits, which NHL Hits is an amazing game. A lot of people like it better than this one. Oh my goodness, they tied the game. I need to learn how to play this game quickly. Yes, there it is. Look at this play. Little Dixie Doodle. Oh, top corner. That's how Canadian commentators are, by the way. McGillney passes the puck over to Masalbe, passes it up and dumps it in the left-hand side. Retrieved there with the defenseman. Takes a howitzer from the goal and top corner. Look at that cheese. Another thing that was also, oh, look at that one-timer. A one-timer. It's a pass, shot. I learned that was one of the, when you knew the word one-timer in elementary school, people thought you played hockey. How could he know that? Yeah, no, it's just like, you know, in school, you want to fit in with the boys. It's like, yeah, it was one-timer, right? Okay. This is the first period. We have 8 goals in the first period. This is definitely an arcade game. Okay, little statistics. Ottawa shot 10 times, scored 3, and I shot 9 times and scored 5. So save percentage-wise for the goalies are horrible. Yeah, that's called the fake backside door. I wish we had replay on that. Oh, actually, there is a replay, by the way. You have to pause the game. I will only do that when the goal is really worth replaying. However, if you're playing my cousin, he will replay every single goal that he gets. Just to annoy you. And then each game takes about 45 minutes. Look at that. Okay, I think that requires a replay. That requires a replay because I call that the stutter step. Now I just gotta learn how to kind of bring it back because I am a newbie at this, obviously. Is it that difficult? Or am I just like really not aware of what I'm doing? Okay, so I think you literally have to replay the moment it happens, which sucks. Okay. Oh, another thing I do want to point out, just because I think it's awesome, is you can change the camera angle, and it also changes with the sound effect, like. So then you can like talk to your friends, and be like, honestly, I'm not sure why he got that, but that car with him and his ex-girlfriend was a little bit awkward. Okay, I think this is like old school. Oh, of course, the second I change the camera angle, I get scored on. But that's not an excuse. The computer has to adjust to the new settings too. And the computer is adjusting really well. Oh, Deeks won. Oh, goodness gracious. Yes, tuck it in the backside. Just tuck it in. There's different types of gamers. When you play sports games, you gotta talk some smack. You gotta talk smack to the computer, you gotta talk smack to whoever you're playing to, right? Because it just pumps you up. Oh, yes! With 1 second left. That is, okay, we gotta watch, did I get it? You gotta be kidding me, this game is ruthless. Open. Wow, this game got interesting. We got a minute left, and I'm up by 1. We gotta get aggressive. Oh, come on, get aggressive. Let's go, boys. There we go. Get the puck. There we go. Oh, that's checking from behind, but I know there's no penalties like that. Okay. Elbow to the face. So yeah, you want to play that game? Here we go. Let's do that play we worked on the weekend. Here we go. Tuck it in. Oh. There it is, stolen. Back to the point. Back to the goalie. No, back to the goalie. Get the puck. Okay, that was my bad. No, no. Oh my goodness, he lit the net on fire and tied the game. That's the kind of stuff that you don't see in the NHL. Oh. Oh, yes! With 19 seconds left, one time. No, I missed it again. This is ridiculous. How did I miss that? Because I celebrated, that's why. Replay, I need a replay. Just so I can show people what that looks like. Come on, let's do it for the replay. Big check here, big check, there it is. Pass it out. Pass it, pass it. There we go, pass it. No, gave it away. Pass it. Okay, well, I'm glad I won, but I couldn't show the replay because I celebrated too much. So, you know, because I'm thinking about other sports games now, specifically on the N64. And this is up there. I have to give it an 8.5. I'll give it an 8.5 because I am a sucker for hockey games. I'm revealing my bias. But this game's awesome. You grab this game, get 4 people, and see what happens. You're gonna have a great time, I promise you. As long as they can figure out the controllers and what a one-time is. Sketch Gamer, thanks for watching.